Howdy ho guys and gals, welcome back to the Den of Tools. Today is Monday, April 21st, which means it's time for, say it with me, Tales of the Week! Alright, we got a ton of hot deals. Let's jump into it. First off, we got the Skill. Just a blazing hot deal here right at the beginning. Skill 15 amp. This is the smaller 8 1/4 compact portable job site table saw, okay? Remember, no stand built into this one, slightly smaller blade, but for $199, brother, you're not finding a better saw under 200 bucks. You're not finding a better saw close to $200. The best you're gonna be is like in the 300, maybe every so often there'll be a sale sub $300 range. This is a heck of a saw at $199. I can't believe they're doing it at that price. Anyway, I would jump all over that. It's currently the best seller in table saws on Amazon right now, and at 20% off, it's gonna stay there. All right, next up, we got the Craftsman Heavy Duty Reverse Squeeze Stapler. Get some squeeze in your life here for $14.99. Then we got some Armor All here. This is your all-purpose cleaner sprayer thing for $4, 61% off on that. We got the Armor All Original Protectant. That's the one that makes it nice, shiny, and super slick. Those guys with the vinyl seats, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, it's just under 10 bucks at $9.98. Then we got the Rain-X glass cleaner here at $2.96 on that. All right, let's talk about inflators here. We got this is a dual inflator. So it has a high pressure, low volume. That's for doing like tires and stuff like that. It has to get up to super high pressure. And then it's got a high volume, low pressure. And that's for doing like inflatables, air mattresses, and rafts and stuff like that. So this one does them both. Really well built kind of device here. This one's coming in at 38% off for $99.99, just sub $100, 3% currently claimed. Have to move quick on this one. All right, then we got the Vito Man. We know, if you've been around the channel, you know Vito Man. They turned everything into a jump starter. Well, this is their inflator that's also a jump starter. The two devices you want to have in your car all together. So you're familiar with this. If you haven't jumped on the bandwagon yet, Vito Man's on sale right now, 2,500 amp on it. 8.5 liter diesel or gas and 6 liter diesel. My fuzzy backside. All right, I gotta tell you, I tried jump starting my diesel, not with this one, but with another one in the 2,500 amp range. Didn't have a chance at it. Okay, but anyway, 150 psi for the average truck. For the average car, it's going to be fine, but it's $70. Normally $100. On sale down to $70. And if you come down here, click the coupon. Don't forget to do that. It's going to take it down to $60. That right there is a steal at $60. All right, then we got the 4-pack of just your basic generic utility knives. You know you need more utility knives around the shop, around the house. Grab yourself a 4-pack for $8.49. What is that? That's $2.20 something. I can't do the math. You do the math. It's just over $2 each. All right, then we're over here looking at the Duratec, and we got the Duratec. This is the anti-slip ratchet and wrench set here. Remember, it's got the little teeth in there, kind of like the Craftsman. We've seen this before, but this is a lot cheaper with the roll-up bag. You're getting the whole set here, 22 pieces, metric and SAE. That's 1/4 inch to 3/4 inch, 6 to 18 millimeters, 72 tooth, nickel plating. I gotta tell you, when I first saw tools like this, I thought they were junk. I'm not saying they're pro level tools, but for the average DIYer, man, get yourself some ratcheting wrenches. It makes life so much easier. All right. Let's keep going here. We got the Craftsman. This is just your basic mechanic set. This is a nice set here. 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 3/8 drive. So you're getting everything you need. You're getting all three ratchets. You're getting some wrenches in there. There's a bit of filler in here. You got some bits with a bit driver. You got some Allen keys. It's not like the best, most professional set out there, but if you're just getting started and you need kind of a one and done solution, or maybe you need something to go in the RV, something to go in one of your vehicles, something to take up to the cabin or something like that, or maybe a gift for someone who's moving out and going to be on their own here at the school's wrapping up, huh, folks? It may be time to grab them something like this. You know, I do like these Craftsmen in this style. I don't like the raised panel ones they do anymore. Again, I'm not going to say that they're super high end or anything like that, but for $100, it's a good start. All right, then we get the Skill 120 piece drilling and screwdriver bit set. Kind of a little bit of everything in a nice little case here. You even got a couple spade bits in there. You got some extensions. You got some bit holders. You got some drill bits. You got the screwdriver bits, flat, Phillips, some Torx, everything in there for all of that $20. Not a bad deal. All right, then we got the classic Irwin vice grip locking. This is the V-jaw locking pliers, aka this is like the channel lock, or actually even more closely to the Cobra grip, for Knipex. But again, it's in the classic Irwin. I like the grips on the Irwin, and for the price, $13.36. By the way, everyone who talks about like so-and-so's copying so-and-so, dude, that's the tool world. Where have you been? Everyone copies everyone. They've been doing it since the dawn of time. Just grab what works for you and is at a good price. All right, anyway, we got the Bosch. Here we go. 12 volt max, 1/4 inch hex, impact driver with two 2.5 amp hour batteries. I gotta tell you, the Bosch 12 volt system is a nice little system. They have some really great sales. Look at this, you're getting a 2 battery system charger bag with the impact driver with the ring light on it for $100. All right, then let's keep going. The Waitley, I've talked about this before. If you're in the Dewalt system, you definitely got to think about picking up some of the Waitley batteries. Again, I wouldn't use them if like you're a pro and I'm using this one tool all the time. No, but like if you're in the Dewalt system, even if you are a pro, but like you're like, hey, I'd like to get some of these other, tools, they're kind of secondary, tertiary, quadriary. Somebody sent me that one and I can't even pronounce it. Quadriary. All right. Primary is your first, secondary is your second, tertiary is your third. Good word to slip in there. Quadrilarily, I don't know what that one is. Anyway, it's your fourth. But the point is, not your main tools, but like your secondary tools, like you want to get like a shop blower or something like that, something an air pump, things like that. These batteries are great for that. I absolutely love them. All right, and then we got the Hulkme drill brushes. And I know people are going to complain about, why aren't you talking about Drill Brush, the USA brand? Well, Drill Brush is not a made in USA brand, okay? They started in the USA. I think they may have started this whole thing, but they never have any sales anymore. They're just sitting on their laurels going, well, you have to buy us because we're a USA-based company, even though we make everything overseas. Sorry, guys. I want to rep you, but if you're not going to have sales, I can't talk about you. But we can talk about Hulkme. And this is a 23-pack. This is a great starter kit. It does pretty much everything. It's going to clean your tires. It's going to clean your bathroom. It's going to clean your grill. Don't use the same tools on the bathroom you use on the grill. I don't care how much you clean them. Okay. Anyway, $17.95 on that. Then we got the Bosch. I've talked about this. You got to grab this, guys. 4.5-inch ergonomic angle grinder with paddle switch. Got to love the paddle switch on this. $62.79 on that one. Corded. This is a buy it for life tool here. All right. Then we got the Key Unity. This is a mini titanium pocket knife for just everyday miscellaneous kind of stuff. It's just a great little knife for sub $10. That seems like just a great one to throw in the bag. All right, Small Rig. I know a lot of you don't know who Small Rig is, but for those of us who deal with cameras and stuff, Small Rig is a big company with a little name. They're really well known for making good quality accessories and adapters for not much money. And I have a lot of Small Rig stuff. And when I stumbled across this, clearly designed for the camera folks, but you're going to get this nice slim little, multi-bit key system here. You got a Phillips. You got some Allen keys in there. You got a Torx, and you got, I don't know if that's a slotted or a lever bar or what is that for? Oh, that's for removing like probably battery covers and stuff like that, but they call it a flat screwdriver. Nice slim little case on it. Well made there for $17.84 on that one. All right, then we got the Weha. Of course, Weha is the #1 seller in North America for insulated tools. These are professional grade tools all day long. This is their T-handle hex driver set. Rated up to 1,000 volts, 6 pieces, on sale 35% off a list, down to $46. Then we've got, oh, why did I scroll up like that? Then we got the Titan pry bar set here. I know I was talking about the Mayhews, and I love my Mayhews, and I got a whole bunch of them and stuff, and they're made in the USA, and that's great, but not everyone can afford to spend that kind of money. This is a great bargain set here. You're going to get 4 pieces from small to decent size, and, how often do you use a pry bar, okay? For those of you who don't use them that often, this is probably the set to get. For $22, it's 10% off, $22.62. I'm pretty happy with Titan tools. I think they do a decent job for the money. All right, then we got the Dewalt Impact Ready Nut Driver set. In fact, this is kind of a nut driver themed video. Remember, I don't pick what's on sale, but it all kind of, I don't know, the algorithms must talk to each other or something. But we got the Dewalt three-piece set here for $13.98 on that. But don't pull the trigger on this one yet, okay? Then we got some Mini channel locks here for you. Not channel locks, vice grips, my bad. Mini vice grips from Irwin here. This is the 4-inch curved lockjaw pliers with wire cutter. Little tiny wire cutter there. Coming in at $8.93. Isn't it adorable? And then we got the needle nose version of essentially the same thing because, again, you're looking at a 4-inch version on this tool. I got to tell you, I really like the little needle nose. I use those. I got some Milwaukees. They're slightly bigger. I might have to grab this set. This is coming in at $10.26 or $10.29. All right, then we got the Knipex ultra high leverage. So it does this kind of double curve there on the handle. It's a little bit longer, coming in at 240 millimeters there, and or the aka 9.5 inches. But this is the Knipex Lineman plier, 4373 on that. All right, then we got the K tool. Somebody sent me in one. I know they make a tool that's similar to this where it's all built in. It's like the wrench handle and everything. I like this one better because A, you don't use it that often. And so I can put this in my toolbox and it only takes up that much space. All right. So it doesn't take up a ton of space, and I can put a wrench, I can put a box wrench on it. I can put a breaker bar or ratchet on it, and I can put whatever kind of handle I want on this. I'm not tied to that handle. And it's, come on, it's $18.90, 31% off a list. This is simply a must have in your toolbox. All right. Then we got another knife option for you. This one, very reminiscent of the Work Pro little all metal sheet metal kind of knives that I like, but this is slightly a step up. If you can see, it's actually milled. It's got some nice screws in it, and the blade. This, if you want an always sharp blade, careful, this thing's going to cut you if you don't respect it. Anyway, it's a nice little pocket knife with, get this, scalpel style blades on it. And they're replaceable. So you can use it for skinning, you can use it for box cutting, you can use it for all sorts of stuff. Give you an idea. It's not huge, it's a delicate little thing. But I mean, you're gonna cut whatever it is you're trying to cut with this sucker. And if that blade goes dull, you just pop it off and put a new one on it. And again, it'll be razor sharp, literally. And at that price, $8. $8. Tell me you don't want one of these for $8, right? Don't lie to me. All right, keep going. There we got some actual Knipex Cobra water pump pliers here coming in. And yes, this is a legitimate sale here. 150 millimeter on the size, made in Germany, just like me. 33% or 37% off, coming down to $33.10. All right, let's keep going here. Van Pliers 6.3 compact heavy duty electrician scissors, made in Japan. 4-in-1 multi-purpose, has the sheath. Van Pliers make some great pliers, but people have been sleeping on these electrician's scissors here. Look at, they got a little serrated teeth. They got nice little grips on them, all sorts of stuff coming in here. 4-in-1 for $25.97, 19% off a list. All right, then we got the collapsible magnetics tool tray set here. In fact, if you can see, I've got some right up here. I love these things. They work great, and they fold flat when you're not in use. You can slap them up on something metal, get them out of the way, and then when you need, you can pop them open. I used to have like the little metal parts trays, but after a while they get all gritty and dirty and they collect a bunch. Get these. These are so much simpler and easier and easy to clean. $21.99, but there's a 15% off coupon. You want to come down here, click the coupon, make sure you do that. All right, then we got the socket organizers from Renico, I don't know. Anyway, just a nice little 9-piece socket holder kit here. You're going to get 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, 3/8, all in a lovely orange. Now, they do have other colors. I don't know if the other colors are on sale. Let's see here. Let's check red. Is the red on sale also? No, red's not on sale. But if you go on the orange, it's $24, but there's a 5% off coupon on it. It's a good price, even without the sale price. All right, then we got this one. Oh, my gosh, the Wera. You know, I'm a huge fan of Wera. Maybe even a bit of a fan bear. I totally admit it. I'm fully guilty. And I got a different bit in it right now. But this is the one I keep in my desk drawer next to me. I use all the time. Let me pop that bit out. I've got the longer bit. It's somewhere around the shop, I promise you. But then it's also got this. You press the button and it pops open. You got all the bits right in there. It fits. It looks weird. I get it. You know, a lot of people look at these handles and they're like, I don't know, they look weird. But they fit right into the grip there, like right between your fingers. And it really works. And once you start using them, you really like them. This little part comes down here that releases the bit, also extends it. So it can be a short or a fully extended bit on it. I got to tell you, I keep my eye on these. I always keep waiting for them to go on sale. This is the best price I've seen in at least a year, okay? $33. This is coming down to pre-pandemic pricing levels right now. If you've been holding off on getting this, this is the buy it now price, all right? All right, let's keep going. Work Pro 3-piece stubby. Again, this is one of the ones where I talk about, hey, if you're not using stubbies every day, but you may need them every so often, don't spend full price on a big set of a big name brand stubbies. Get the nice little Work Pro set here, 3-piece, quarter, 3/8, ½ inch, 72 tooth. They're not fancy, but they're $25 for all three of them. That's 10% off a list. All right, then we got the Kaiweets wire cutters. These are decent little wire cutters. They're $9, guys. They're 18% off. You got some wire strippers built in there and little snips on the end. You got comfort grips on them for under $10, especially if you're into stuff like 3D printing, stuff like that, or any kind of basic electronics repair. They're nice little wire strippers. All right, then we're back with the Wera, again with the Insulated, again, professional grade tools, 8% off a list. This is getting you the Phillips headset and the slotted. So you're getting slotted there and Phillips head with this, and you're coming in at $52.04. All right, then we got back to the Wera. We got this was Wera. Why was I thinking Weehaw on this one? This is Wera as well. This is not the number one selling insulated tools, but pretty good ones, and definitely, again, professional grade. I get my Weehaw, my Weras mixed up. All right, this is, again, more of the Wera. We got this set of actuator tools for terminal blocks. Most of you won't need something like this, but for those of you who do, you know what I'm talking about. Here, actually, they got a picture in there for going in there and pressing that little thing inside the terminal block so you can release wires and stuff. Coming in at a double set there for $23.78. All right, then we've got the Craftform Safe Torque Speed Torque Screwdriver here from Wera. This is a good high-end Torque screwdriver, lowest price in 30 days, 20% off a list, coming down to $64.25. All right, then we got, I need to order this, don't I? Because I keep losing it. It's around here somewhere. I think it's in a drill bit, or in a drill. This is the universal bit holder. 1/4 inch, and you don't have to use it with the screwdriver. You can use it in other tools and stuff like that, but it's coming in at $19.51. That's 19% off a list. And then we got the stubby version of it with the rapid adapter bit holder there, coming in at $16.14 on it. All right, ThinkWorks. I'm going to talk about it again because I see it all over TikTok. People keep asking me about this stuff. Don't order off of TikTok shops. If you're going to order, look at the price on this, $25.99. There's a 10% off coupon that's going to knock another $2.60 off, and you're going to have Amazon stand behind it, okay? Don't have to take any TikToker's word for it, okay? You can buy your tool nice and safe and easy right here. All right, then we got the Weehaw 8-piece classic. Again, I got it right this time. Weehaw, not Wera. Anyway, this is the pliers and cutters tray set. Comes with the foam tray. Again, look at the price on this. It's $174.93. This is $175. Call it what it is. It's a professional grade tool. Now, if you're an amateur, I think you can probably get a waiver if you want to buy it. You'd have to apply with the union and talk to them about that. I don't handle that sort of thing. But anyway, $175. This is just a killer set there. If you got the money and you can afford it, you want to step up, I definitely recommend it. In fact, I should point out that I do have, I even think right here, I've got the pliers here, the needle nose, that are in the set. And as I said, I love it. And they've got the double recurve on it. That gives you that extra kind of, that grip right there on the pinky. Lets the pinky and the ring finger kind of get that extra grip. And honestly, a lot of people don't realize this. That's where most of your force thing comes from. Most people think it's from these two fingers, and it's not. And if you look at this, and this is, guys don't know this, I have a background in judo, jiu-jitsu, back when I had knees, is that these three fingers right here, look at the tendons, they come straight down in line. These two are offset. These are for manipulation. These are for strength, okay? So when you're really trying to use your pliers and get a grip on it, you really only need these three fingers. Fun tip, right? All right, let's keep going. Anyway, Weehaw 31-piece combination wrench and tray set. This is your combo wrenches. Again, professional grade. Coming in 32% off a list, down to $224.25. Again, some people excited there. $22, hell yeah. All right, then we got the Weehaw 36291 screwdriver set Torx 6-piece. So these are all Torx bits. But, with the Weehaw grip, but again, it's another one of these kind of palm swell kind of handles. Feels good in the hand. Again, professional grade, $31.92. So it's 10% off a list And we're going to double up with that coupon, add another 15% off on top of that. All right, then we got the ELAD. This is just your basic Torx bit driver set with some adapters in a nice little case. Coming in here, 15% off a list, down to $13.59. That's a great price to get a nice bit driver. If you're not using socket bit drivers, brother, you're missing out. You got to get them. It makes life so much easier, all right? All right, let's keep going here. We got the Titan tools. I absolutely love the Titan tools. I usually have one in my side drawer, but I've been reorganizing. Nope, I still got it. There we go. So I've been reorganizing, so I've been moving stuff around. But this is the non-anodized version, and I'm super jealous of anyone getting that green because I love that green on that one. Again, Titan makes what I would not call professional grade tools, but I could see a pro, if you're doing like stereo installs or other small detail work, this definitely can hold up to professional kind of work. And I've used this thing for years at this point. It's got to be 4 or 5 years old at this point. But you can use it as a ratchet like this way. And then it also pivots straight up and down. So you can use it kind of screwdriver-esque. But you can still ratchet like that because you have the knurling. It's all about the knurling. Look at that knurling, right? All right, let's keep going here. We got the mini electric screwdriver set from Wera. This is a little bit different than the other ones we talk about. I kind of like this set. It's more of a rectangular, the box is rectangular, the screwdriver is rectangular. Look at that. It's got digital output up here to let you know what's going on with it, what settings you have, how much battery's left. You got the similar kind of bits here with it. And look at this price, way cheaper than we're talking about on a lot of them, coming down $34 on that one. All right, then we got the Wera. This is your precision screwdriver set here. You're going to get all the Phillips here, 1, 2, 3, 4 Phillips in the Wera. Here, they got the swivel cap, so butt up against your palm, get you that nice twist on it. Coming down 25% off a list, down to $14. Then we got the Exolite. Again, Exolite makes some great stuff. Apparently, I didn't know that they were owned by Wera, which is more known for, soldering and stuff like that. Not a terrible thing anyway, but we're looking at this. This is the general purpose shear cutters, and you're looking at a price on this of $6.99. All right, and I think these are the anti-static ones also, if you're interested in that. They got ESD safe on it. All right, then we got back to the Irwin hand tools. This is your, not quite lineman. These are the iron workers pliers here. And again, they got that extra little bit of leverage there built into the handle. $16.31, 47% off, coming down to that price. All right, then we got Giraffe Tools. If you don't know, Giraffe Tools, they make some high quality stuff and it's not cheap. This is actually a really good deal because you're looking at $110 for a 50-foot 3/8 air hose. But we're going to knock a 15% off coupon on that. So that's going to be, more than $15 off. You get the full bracket, all the mounting equipment ready to go. As I always say, get those hoses up off the ground. Don't trip on them. Don't leave them lying around. Get it done right. All right, let's keep going. Combination wrench set here from Roshoff. I don't know how they pronounce the name, but we've kind of talked about them before. I've had several people recommend them as a good budget level tool. And if you're looking at this, 32-piece combination wrench set with the bag, and you're getting, what do we got here? Look at this. We got 7 all the way up to 22, no skips in the metric, and then we got the SAE 1/4 inch up to 1 inch, again, as a, DIY level tool. How are you going to beat that? No skips with the pouches, the whole 9 yards. Good starting point, I think. All right, let's keep going. Bosch wood Forstner bit set. Forstner bits are one of those ones that I don't use a ton, but man, if you're going to buy a set, all right, let's just say that I'm a bit biased when it comes to Bosch bits. Anytime somebody asks me what bits should I get, my first thought is Bosch. But I'm kind of old school on that. There's some new stuff that's out. I know Spider makes some great stuff. There's some other ones. But you get the Bosch set with the wood box. And when it comes to Forstner bits, I might step up to it. 41% off a list, taking it down to $67.60 on that. All right, then we got the Spec Ops. I kind of cringe at the whole marketing on this thing, and I didn't want to include them again. But check this out. We got the Spec Ops hammer, and that is $24. We've got the 2.5 sledge coming in 15% off coupon from $38.29. And then we've got the 2-pound sledge coming in 15% off, taking it down to $25.49. Yeah, they're kind of cheesy and whatnot, but they come with a mallet cap. And that mallet cap, you just slide it on over the hammer. Of course, they don't have a picture. There you go. There's a picture of it. And now it turns it into a rubber mallet, non-marring surface there. So you're getting, so you're getting 2 tools in one. I still think the marketing is cheesy as hell, but I love the idea. Okay? I'm including it because I love the idea. All right? Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Should we just not talk about Spec Ops anymore? I even feel bad saying the name. All right, let's keep going. How about this? Titan. Now, we already talked about Titan. I like this. This is a 2.5 pound drilling crack hammer. I like the hammer build on this. It's got the nice, I think it's a fiberglass handle with a rubber overmolding on it. Might just be a polymer handle on it. Anyway, 40 ounce, coming in 23% off, down to $15.40. So if you don't like the aggressive of the Spec Ops, but it does have the rubber mallet, you can always get a separate rubber mallet, I guess. Anyway, $15.40 at that price, you can afford another rubber mallet. All right, then we're back to Klein here. I can say we're back to Lineman pliers, what I meant to say. But we got Klein 8-inch side cutters, high leverage, lineman's pliers. And again, this is a professional grade tool. This is a made in the USA tool, or is it? Because I don't see it saying made in the USA on it. And everything I've ever seen that says made in the US, or that it's made in the USA, they scream it out loud. I got to tell you, that's one of my issues with Klein, is that more and more of this stuff has not been made in the US, and I'm not seeing it on this. That's a sad, sad thing. All right, anyway, we got a couple bits from Flex here. We got the 29-piece impact driver bit set here. It's on sale for $14.99. And then we've got the 45-piece impact driver set here with sockets and a whole bunch of other stuff here and the socket adapters. It's coming in to $30, 25% off the list there. All right, now remember I was talking about nut drivers, all right? The Toolant, we've talked about this one before. I have it in the drawer down here. Also, are you following me on Instagram? Go follow us on Instagram. There's links down below and stuff. It's at DentaTools. Anywhere you want to find us, just search at DentaTools, whether it's on Instagram or TikTok or Facebook or anywhere. That's how you find us. Point is that I've been doing tool highlights over on Instagram. So nice little minute-long tool highlights, just showing the kind of stuff we use around the shop, stuff like that. Toolant, of course, they did send it to us. Great tool there. Used it a bunch, been doing some assemblies and stuff, and been using it a ton. Absolutely like it. 34-piece, coming in 20% off, down to $40. But here's some other options for you from Libraton. Now, this is a company we've worked from before. Slightly different case. Actually, I kind of like the case better. Am I wrong about that? Because this has got like a true plastic overmold kind of case with metal clasp. Whereas this one, the case, honestly, because they made it so long, it kind of flexes and bends a bit when you pick it up. I mean, it's not bad to use, but if I want something I'm chucking in the back of a truck or a bag or something to go, I'm going to go with a case like this. So we got the Libraton 54-piece mag nut driver set here. And this is going to have, look at it, it's got all the adapters with it. It's got the extensions, and it's got your wing nut sockets there as well, besides all the other bit drivers in the case. It's coming in here at, it's $40, but there's a $10 off coupon. It's going to knock $4 off that. All right, next we got from Eklund here. We've got the 3-piece. We got metric, we got standard, we got Torx, 3-piece, 24 bits on it, fold up. Now remember, I always tell you, like, don't buy the ones from Harbor Freight. These you can buy, okay? The Harbor Freight ones fall apart. These will not do that for you. They're made in the USA, 24% off, coming down to $22.73. These are a standard that every tool bag should have. All right, then we got some not made in the USA, 2-pack of Milwaukee 12-volt battery replacements, taking up to 9 amp hours. 9 amp hours. Okay, it's not really 9 amperes. It's probably going to be like 7.5, but still, at this price, $44 for a 2-pack of 12 volts. I tell you what, if you're running the Milwaukee 12-volt line, this is a good, you know, you're not going to, unless you're a pro and you're using it all day long, but for the average DIY or homeowner, prosumer, grab some of these. I have a couple of the aftermarket ones, and they've lasted me years, just absolute years on them, and they've gotten frozen, and they're better than you think, all right? And for $43, they should last you a decent amount of time. All right, Titan Tools. We're back with Titan here. 9-inch pistol grip needle nose pliers and crimpers. Look at that. You got cutters, you got crimpers, you got pliers in the pistol grip. I absolutely love the pistol grip design. It gets it in a more natural position there for use in your hand. And at $10.95, if you've been looking at all these pistol grip stuff and like, hey, I don't know if I want to try them, I think this is the one to pull the trigger on. Give it a try, and I think you'll be a convert after you use them. I promise you that. All right, Estwing. Again, full disclosure, absolute fan bear when it comes to Estwing. When I started off, I was a carpenter way back in the day, and my first tool purchase was an Estwing. I think mine was a 24 ounce. This is a 22. Anyway, claw face, or so I should say, rib claw, milled face, shock, this exact hammer basically. And coming in at $40. Now, a lot of times we see on Amazon, we'll see these and they'll say it's a sale price. It's not really a sale price. This is really a sale price. In fact, this had just gone up to in the mid 50s. All right, you're looking at $55, $56 is what this has been selling for. This fell off an absolute cliff. And remember, this one, and this isn't due to like tariffs or anything. This is made in the USA. It cannot sit at this price long. I don't know what it's doing down here. It's the lowest price in over a year. I think we're going back. You're going back pre-pandemic. You're going back to 2019 to see this kind of pricing. So if you've been wanting to get like legit professional grade, my favorite, I mean, there's titanium, there's Martina, all that. There's great stuff out there. There's better stuff these days, but not at this price. Not anywhere near this price, okay? $39. Absolutely grab this one. All right, you're not gonna be sorry you bought that one. And then if you want the smooth face, we got the smooth face shock reduction grip. It's got the shark blade on the back for moving the lumber around, that kind of stuff. It's coming in at $13.10. And again, this is a real sale price on this one. This is, again, the best price I've seen since definitely pandemic times. It like maybe 20, it's been 2 or 3 years at least since I've seen a price like this. And if you prefer the smooth face, I totally get it. Definitely grab it. All right, Win oscillating belt and spindle sander. This is not an amazing price, okay? It isn't, but prices on these have gone up and they're just not coming down and they're not likely to come down. This is the best price I've seen recently. Grab it while you can because the prices are gonna go up. Win 6524 oscillating belt and spindle sander. I absolutely love these tools. There's a must-have for any shop that works with wood. And again, the best price you're going to see all year probably. All right, then we got the Dewalt pen. Check this out. We're looking at a 3-in-1 stylus pen, pocket-sized stylus ballpoint EDC pen. It has replaceable ink cartridges. It's keypad friendly, digital signature friendly. It's not super skinny, which I like. I like the beefier style pens. You know, I got big old bear paws, so I like pens like this. Good to write with, even if you're wearing gloves. And look at it, it's normally $16.49 and there's a 5% off coupon. It's not huge, but come on, you want a Dewalt pen. All right, let's head over to Acme. How about this? We got a Bosch flash sale going on right now. This is the router, the regular fixed base router with the plunge kit coming in for $249. And if you buy one tool and an accessory, it's possible you can save an extra 10% on the accessory, I think. But at $249, this has been the price we've been waiting for it to come back down to. That is the buy it now price on this. If you've been waiting to upgrade or replace your old one, pull the trigger now. Again, you're not going to see this price anytime soon. All right, then we got the Milwaukee 100-piece Shockwave pack-out kit here, okay? So this is your full bit kit here with the pack-out box to go with it. Snaps right in. It's $100 on that right now. Again, a flash sale. Then we got the third flash sale here from Dewalt, the 20-volt max 2-tool combo kit here. Both you got the XR here. This is the XR drill driver. You got the impact here. And I think that's brushless on the impact driver there. And you're looking at 2 batteries, charger, and a bag for $229 on that one. All right, then we got Flex, the 24-volt drill driver with turbo mode, impact with quick eject, with the batteries, with the charger, with the bag, with the lifetime warranty, with 3 replacements on each battery for $249. Oh my gosh, that is just a screaming deal. All right, then we're over at Menards, because remember, you save big money when you shop Menards. They should pay me every time I say that. Now, what they should do is they should put a Menards in Billings. It'd be great if they put one in at Bozeman. But Billings, come on, guys, just do it. You've been talking about it for years. Menards. Anyway, this is the Maxi Track tool. This is a great little tool roll bag for $4. Come on. You could use this for all sorts of stuff, but you could also use it for tools. I don't know if you knew that. $4 on that. Might want to grab one of those. All right, then we've got the U-Steel post here. If you've been looking, putting up some fencing, stuff like that, check this out, 99 cents each. I know it's springtime. It's time to start doing some fence repairs and whatnot out there. This is the time to do it. 99 cents. That's a great deal. All right, and then we've got docks. And I realize a lot of you, this is not a big deal, but for some of us, I've done dock replacements. My ex-wife's family has a lake house, and their dock, it died. And me and my brother had to go in there and, pull that thing out. Get yourself a nice dock like this. You have options of a stationary, a roll-in, which is great because you can roll it out in the winter and then you don't have to worry about it dying, or the floating style. The floating style is great too. Anyway, they're build-it-yourself sections here, and you can do all sorts of stuff. They even have swim ladders that go with it. So for those of you who have to deal with it, or lucky, I should say, lucky enough to deal with it, springtime's the time to do it. Get it ready for summer and get out there and get it ready to go. And Menards has got you covered on that. Again, as everything, we have links down below to all this stuff, all right? All right, and we're over at Napa. This is the Gear Wrench 2-piece 120 XP dual material locking flex head with the comfort grip. These are super slim heads on these. You're getting the 1/4 and the 3/8. They are slim, and they're locking flex head, and they're $91.16 for the kit, and that tray in there, that comes out and goes right in your toolbox. So you have nice organized right there, keeps it where you want it. This, Gear Wrench did send me this set. Now, okay, to be clear, it was the non-comfort grip version. I wish they'd sent me this one. Anyway, absolutely love it. Great set, all right? Then we're over at Home Depot. We've got the Sawzall bimetal wood and metal cutting recip blade set with the case, 20-piece set here. It's on sale, 60% off a list. Special buy ends in 6 days, coming down to $17.97. Next up, we got the 9-inch 10 TPI, that's teeth per inch, Torch nitrous carbide tooth set. Basically, this is the serious metal cutting blades for your recip saw, coming in at $19.97 on that. And then we got Milwaukee fuel ratchet. This isn't the regular ratchet. This is the fuel with the 2 batteries, with the charger, with the bag. This is a full kit here, folks, in the fuel line, in the M12 fuel line, coming in for $130, call it what it is. Still, that is 53% off. All right, now we're going to talk about some outdoor power here. Or you can use it indoor, I guess. We got the OUPES. Again, I did a whole thing about all the price wars that are going on. A lot of people are like, why are you talking about OUPES? We've talked about OUPES. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. That's how it looks like it's pronounced. We've talked about them before. We've done some reviews, but they've got a whole new line. They've revved the whole thing. In fact, they just sent it to me. I've got this one. I've got the Mega 1. And this is, get this is a 1,000 watt power station coming in for $449. All right. That's $250 off. You're getting 4 120s, the 12 volt barrels. You're getting 6 USBs. All right. So there's that one. And it's expandable. Then we've got the Mega 2 here. This is the 2,000 watt brick, and it's coming in at $849. That's $650 off. Again, the new standard sale price during the pricing wars is like just over $1,000. Here we're $150 below $1,000. You're getting the 4 120s, and you're getting that RV plug, the 30 amp plug on that. You gotta love that, all right? And again, expandable as well. We're gonna show you, we're gonna do a full video on these folks, so just stay tuned, all right? And then they've got their Mega 3, all right? This is the big boy here. You're getting 5 120s, you're getting the 30 amp plug, you're getting all the other stuff. It comes with the wheel kit and the handle built in. And look at this, they're giving you a 3,000 watt hour box for the price most people are selling a 2,000 watt box for. All right, is OUPES, do they have all the technical bells and whistles and stuff you're going to see with a lot of the other big names like EcoFlow and Blue Eddy and Anchor Solix? No. But if you're just wanting the power on a reliable box at a good bargain price, this is the way, okay? This is it right here. $1,200 on a 3,000 watt hour box. That's it. Oh my gosh. All right, then we got some more. We got some bonus stuff for you. We got to talk about the Blitzrock outdoor speakers. We've talked about these before. Solar powered. They look like a rock, so they just kind of blend in, and they get you some good tunes outdoors. We've been testing them here. You're looking at $200, but there's a $15 off coupon on it. Don't worry, we got some more deals. Bug zappers. Get the bugs out of your picnic. Get them out of your backyard, and get them out of your shop. I get flies down in my shop. I absolutely hate them. They annoy the what out of me. $40. I mean, it's normally $50. It's on sale for $40, and there's a 20% off coupon. Zap those little buggers. All right, then we got some other outdoor power. The Westinghouse 5,000 peak outdoor, and I will say outdoor power on this one. Please don't use it indoors. Bad things would happen. All right, but fully enclosed, super quiet inverter generator with all the power here, and it's going to get you, everything you need. Let's see if there's a good picture on the face of this so I can show you all the controls. There we go. You're getting two 120s. You're getting the 30 amp. You're getting auto shutoff. You're getting dual fuel. Yes, it can be paired to a second unit as well, so you can run it in parallel. You even got some USB thrown in there. It's, as I said before, dual fuel, super quiet, CO sensor on it, and it is remote start capable as well. So you can basically do it all with this. For $759. It'll run your RV. It'll, nice backup power for your house. Probably not going to run your entire house on it, but you can run your key components with it. All right, then we got to talk about grills. Now, full disclosure, we've worked with Monument in the past. We did one on their big giant Denali last year. And then this year they sent us their, is it Eminence? Something like that. We just did a cookout this weekend with it. And I'll try and put some footage up on the screen if I remember, but we seared some steaks. We did some New York strips. We did king crab, lobster, shrimp, and my favorite, scallops. I love doing scallops on the grill. Absolutely love this. This is the Monument grill here. This one here is their Mesa with the side burner. So you're getting 4 burners with the broiler zone. Plus it's got the pass-through window so you can see what's going on. Because remember, if you open up the grill, if you're looking, you're not cooking. But with this one, you still are. Coming in at $455, or you could upgrade to this version here, and it's got the electronic controls on the side with temperature thermoprobe temps, so you can do all that. This is the Denali series, 4 burners here, electric start. You got the side burner over there. Again, you've got the clear view zone up top. $557. What I love about Monument is they give you all the features in the higher end at kind of a, let's call it a prosumer level grill, all right? And people say, those things won't last. Well, I left the last one out all winter here in Montana. So my winters are as bad as anybody's winter here in the U.S. And I covered it with a tarp. It's perfectly fine. Boy, people want to justify why they're overspending for, on stuff, whether it be grills or tools or whatnot. If you take care of them, you don't have to worry about that. Anyway, as always, links down below. If you like what we do here, go ahead and chomp the old like button, smash the subscribe, ring the bell on your way out. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.